Also, there was something else that I meant to talk about briefly a second ago and didn't, which was the other half of why do people get so fired up when these issues come up? Why do people in the gaming subculture, become so defensive or so aggressive? I think other people have said this before in the past, but for years and years, to be a gamer, quote unquote, to be a person who plays video games was to be a gamer, quote unquote, and two, to be a gamer was to be associated with people who were vilified, people like Klebold and Harris. There were always connotations that to game was either to do something bad to your mind, was to either make you a violent person, or to make you kind of a waste. That you're being lazy, that this wasn't actually engaging or using your mind in any important way. And so I think to some degree, and this isn't an excuse at all, but trying to contextualize and historicize this, but for years gaming culture was really defensive because you had people like Jack Thompson, saying that games like GTA were ruining America. You end up building a shell around you. You end up resisting critique itself instead of specific moments of critique, because so much of it feels so wrong to you. And in a lot of ways, I think that helped gaming get through those moments and keep making interesting games. But on the other hand, I wish that we'd shed a little bit of our hard skin and opened ourselves up to critique a bit more by now.
Into an old ivy-covered tower.
Guys, I found a fairy.
You find yourself in a cluttered room
Nice.
that seems to be a laboratory.
That it really is just
Judging by the
Tinkerbell's dress.
stratification of dust, much time has passed since anyone last entered this room.
Jordan brought up the word gamer, and I hate the word gamer.
Me too. I'm with you completely.
Like, people who read books don't call themselves readers.
They call themselves
There's kind of-
bookers.
I mean, you can be super into books, but I don't know. I think we're getting closer to games just being accepted as another form of media, like a person who's really into movies, or not quite there, but closer than we used to be. That's something.
Well, and that's the thing that's interesting about.
Captain Juggy says, I'm a booker and proud of it. And Mix Up Zombie says, Gamer DeWitt.
Oh man, that would be some fucking Blood Dragon shit. That'd be a really good DLC pack.
People are bringing up the fact that some people do call themselves readers or film junkies.
Yeah.
You can. I don't think it's open and shut.
That's not the. It's difficult. It's different. It's not. I don't know. It's really hard for me to explain this. Gamer feels like much more of an identity than like film file or something. Like, unless you're taking it to like a really, really big extreme, which is in itself super uncommon. People who are that into it that they make that their entire identity, the way that the word gamer is supposed to kind of define someone's identity when you call them that.
Well, not only is it supposed to do that, but industries have reacted to that label and have tried to codify it in a series of institutions and consumptive practices.
Mountain Dew does not make a kind of Mountain Dew specifically for people who are at the movies.
Right, exactly.
They just get normal Mountain Dew.
There's no book juice or whatever.
God, I wish there was.
Yeah, if I could get some book fuel, I would be on that,
I'd drink that all the time.
Yeah, Mountain Dew bookworm, Dylan says. Yes.
Yeah, Gremlins Are Us, which is a fucking awesome name also. You guys have good names. It says, no one really calls people who watch movies nerds as opposed to people playing video games. That's definitely part of it. That's part of the culture that we're, like, slowly getting over.
Oh, you got a crew. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I went and picked up some guys.
Yeah.
This one who looks just like me, I just resurrected. All elves look the same to me. You guys ever notice that? Is that racist?
Phil, why you gotta ruin this? Phil, we are having a good
so
talk.
Well.
I'll fucking go kill some gobos and we can move on.
This underground labyrinth is said to have been made in a single night with powerful magic.
Whoa!
It is a dangerous place, replete with traps, bars entry to all who would dare.
That wizard dropped a necklace that I picked up. Oh my god, we were fighting like little tree monsters. Those must count as natural enemies, right?
Yeah, almost certainly. That's which did you end up going with?
I did the 11% damage to natural enemies.
Okay.
That's good.
I felt like I wasn't having enough problems with HP to worry about that. Although, you know, strength up probably would have been smart, but oh well. I'm eating all this fruit.
Nice. Do your friends also eat that fruit?
Yeah, I think if they pick it up, they will. If they pick it up first, they will eat it.
Also, are they? Would those be replaced by players if you were playing multiplayer?
Yeah.
I'm guessing they would. Okay.
Yeah. So this is taking the place. I have not unlocked multiplayer yet. Yeah. So one of the few other complaints that I've seen around online is that apparently you have to play a fair amount of the game, like a good 5 hours or so, before it even unlocks the option to do multiplayer. Just a little weird in a very, you know, multiplayer-centric game.
Right.
Or seemingly very multiplayer-centric, I guess.
Outside.
What?
Can you hear me still?
You got very quiet for a second.
Okay. Okay. My mic might have messed up because I'm Austin.
That is very Austin-y of you.
How about now? Is this better?
You sound beautiful.
Aw, Phil. Not in front of the chat.
I'm just very... you sound wonderful.
Let's see.
Scratty B mentioned the term foodie, someone defining themselves as a foodie. I think there's a real big difference between that and gamer, because if you walk up to, like, I don't know, just some rando on the street, some, like, middle-aged guy or something, you say, if you introduce yourself as a foodie, they're probably going to think, oh, you're really cultured, and, you know, you try new things, and
or they might think you're pretentious.
That's true too, but I think younger people are going to think you're pretentious more than older people.
Pretentious
whatever.
is still.
But I think you're going to come with you're going to encounter more negativity if you call yourself a gamer to just strangers.
Guys, there's some bad stuff happening in this room
Yeah,
right
what is
now.
up with these ooze monsters?
Yeah, this is kind of gross. Do they count as natural?
I don't know.
Dylan says, but are you the type to introduce yourself to people like that? And I think the answer is no, and that's kind of the point of what Janine is getting at, which is she wouldn't say she's a foodie. She wouldn't say, I'm a reader. She'd say, I read books. She'd say, oh yeah, I play some games. And I think at the heart, you know, for me, a big part of this line of thought is that I kind of am not down personally with my own life with identifying myself through the hobbies that I have, like in those kinds of ER type words, right? Like I'm not a gamer. I'm a guy who plays games, and I'm proud of that. I'm absolutely proud of that. But you know, words do carry.
Okay. This is pretty adorable.
Oh my god, that's cute.
You're ahead of me. I'm excited. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that mouse. I'm back in. Mouse of the year. Game of the year.
Did you say mouse of the year?
Yeah, I did say mouse of the year.
It probably is though, for real.
When you ask about Lucane, the apprentice answers that his master's friend went into the labyrinth and
Dylan says it's like people who like My Little Pony and bronies are super different.
Yeah, that's true.
The quest to find Lucane is delayed as you attempt.
And yeah, it's definitely a Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Apathetic Aplomb says, "Never stop dancing," which is the truth with that mouse.
Someone please screen cap this and add it to the Never Stop Dancing Wikia page.
Adorable.
I got it. Voila.
Whoa, this is like a giant... Oh, man. Okay, so I see what's happening. Every time that I pick up a pile of bones, which is happening quite often, that is an adventurer who died here who I can then resurrect and use later on.
Neat.
Yes.
Yeah, Dre. Dre just beat Streets of Rage again. All about beat 'em ups right now.
Speaking of beat 'em ups, I've been hearing good things about Charly Murder. Apparently,
what's that?
That's the new one from the Ska Studios guys.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I kind of didn't have any expectations for it. Apparently, it's actually very good.
Did you not have any expectations about it because of past Ska Studios games?
So they did the Dishwasher Ninja stuff.
They did,
which I have a lot of respect for, but was never quite my thing.
Right. What about that game that they made that had I think it had zombies in it? What about that game? Did you like that game?
It was alright. It was alright.
Man, no fun. So tell me more about Charly Murder.
But so Charly Murder is more, they're going more full on beat 'em up.
Okay.
And I don't know, man, it just sounds good. It sounds like good fun.
Yeah, I'm a proponent of beat 'em ups, obviously, between my love of Streets of Rage, my I know embarrassing love of Dynasty Warriors. But I need that in my life. Oh, is this a puzzle room? I like these skeletons.
Yeah, they're pretty alright. This does seem like a puzzle room. I don't know what the solution is exactly, but I'm gonna fight these skeletons. That seems like a good start.
I feel like it'll probably be kill all the things or something. Oh wait, no, there's those blue things.
Yeah, so there are actually, Danielle mentioned in her review, there are actual, like, puzzles, like, for real.
Right.
Not just, like, kill everything puzzles.
What are like push blocks over things puzzles, like God of War puzzles? Those are puzzles, right?
Sure, yeah.
Is there any clue somewhere? Is there like a...
Maybe this is only a thing you can do in multiplayer when you come back or something?
No, I mean, I think it's the order that I have to step on these, but I don't know what...
Wait, did you step on the middle one yet?
The middle one resets them.
Oh.
So that's the...
Maybe like color? Like in...
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like rainbow
no, that's
order?
rainbow.
Yeah.
Red, orange, yellow. Where's black on the rainbow? I don't really know where that one belongs.
Maybe like lightest to darkest, something like that.
I mean,
I don't know. What's the rainbow? How do colors go on the rainbow?
Red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo. Sorry.
Nope.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet.
Right. Red. So there's no orange, so I guess go up to yellow?
Whoops.
Yellow.
I messed things up. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
RGB. Oh, there's silver and black here too, though, which is
I would say maybe those
white,
are
black.
less. I don't know.
yellow.
Because then you're zigzagging basically. If you
Oh,
go red,
that's-
yellow,
yeah.
green, then you get the cyan, then the dark blue, then the purple, then the silver, then the black. You're zigzagging, so that kind of...
Right.
I don't know.
Get the purple.
Yeah, I'm-
Get that.
No.
No. Maybe the other way?
iTunes says, Austin, 3,000 words on where black goes in the rainbow. I promise someone's written that. I promise someone has written about the black as the absence of light versus white as the combination of all colors. I promise you someone has written that essay.
We're gonna come back to this. Sirth Osiris says the solution. I think the solution is in a quest.
Okay, that's good.
So we might.
I like that. I
know, like we do come back to the same levels and such.
Because
So
the
Right,
laboratory was
right.
being misused, some of the experiments housed within
Oh, boy.
now run amok. There's been a population explosion of mutated beings that spread their spores around. The labyrinth is overrun by
Andrew just said, yo, I just sold a card that I got from playing Dark last night for 75 cents. And then a bunch of dollar signs and numbers just going on for
Yep.
3 lines. Great.
yeah, he was shocked to discover that the game has cards.
I'm not. Games like that, that's...
Yeah, I think from now on they're kind of... that shouldn't be surprising at this point, especially since cards are usually just like concept art.
Right.
It's not, you know.
And because we know that there are people who will buy a game to get cards.
Yeah. Or will be more likely to buy a game if it has cards.
Right, definitely.
Please don't talk about me like that, you guys.
Pixel Kaiser, man, one of these days you'll have to just... We cannot talk about trading cards and also gender issues on the same stream, okay? I don't have it in me.
Do you want us to talk about that again? Haven't we talked about that enough? Also, I just died. I feel like we're only ever talking about Steam trading cards.
And gender.
Phil, did you die?
I did.
No.
It used 1 life point to resurrect me. I was about to use a potion, but I was like, oh, I'll just clean out these mushroom dudes first. And that was a mistake. Because they have like some weird poison gas stuff.
Ugh.
But no, why does Pixel Kaiser want us to talk about the Steam trading cards?
Pixel Kaiser knows what Steam cards are.
Oh boy.
They're just like achievements you can trade and also combine into badges and then get emoticons and backgrounds and coupons for other pretty unrelated games.
That you can then trade or sell.
I don't think you can sell a coupon.
You can't sell
you
coupons.
you can trade them. You can just trade them. Right. Yeah, it's something.
I wish you could sell the coupons. I never get.
One day.
I get coupons for shit I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Oh, I can do
that. Pixel Kaiser, I'm absolutely writing on an academic piece about Steam trading cards, but one way or another, I will be writing something about Steam trading cards for like on my blog or somewhere else, and I promise you will see a link for that when it is done.
I'm sure we'll talk about it on the stream some.
I suspect.
I can explain why you're wrong live on stream.
Right, exactly. But at least it'll be live on stream.
I can encourage you to not do trading cards anymore and then send me your trading cards.
Right.
That's the role I will take in this. What the hell are those?
Gross is what they are. I actually don't like their design because it doesn't... I've liked a lot of the monster dog design in this so far, but those don't feel in the same style to me. I think it's because they're totally round. They don't have the hard edges that a lot of the other...
Also
stuff.
Because bugs are icky.
Bugs are pretty icky.
Straight up.
The bug's just lying there. Just hanging out.
I know, it's almost the weekend.
Oh man, Blazy Raven keeps bringing up the Yogg, which is a game that Janine and Allie streamed last night on Janine's channel.
I think it was last night.
Oh god, you can hit that big thing at the top. Gross.
Ew.
Yeah, I think it's like a hive or whatever, like
right.
The hornets.
Yeah, you should definitely
out of
bust that open. I'm sure nothing horrible will. Ugh.
Gross.
So are you guys like, when fantasy games inevitably do like, here's the dungeon with all the giant bugs, is that something you guys are not fans of?
It's not a thing I look forward to, but I'll deal with it. Like I remember for Dragon Age 2 and also Skyrim, there are mods that will replace the spiders with like bears.
That's right, yeah.
Super janky animations. I'm not gonna I don't have a phobia. I respect that many people do have a phobia and they need mods like that, so I'm glad that they exist. Totally. But it doesn't bother me that much. It's just not something that I relish either.
Yeah, I can even recognize a good bug dungeon. I can be like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is a good bug dungeon. Like, they did it. Way to go, guys. But that doesn't mean that I look forward to them. Because I am a pushover and don't like bugs very much.
Jordan says, 8-legged bears don't sound like a better alternative than regular spiders. That's true. 8-legged bears sound terrible. It sounds like a nightmare. So fair enough.
I don't like these little mushroom guys.
Yeah.
They're assholes.
They seem like it.
Ooh, they grow. That's gross.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
They get all flaky.
Oh man, that one looks gross.
Ugh.
Oh, he let out 2 little mushrooms. Gross.
Man.
That's also how my child was being born, but still gross.
John, what do you mean? John in the chat says, "Is this game showing signs of being in trouble for like a year?" I don't know how he means that though.
I don't know either. Oh shit. Giant beetle boss.
Why are you gonna do all of my Phil?
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I don't
Look
really-
at that thing.
I don't think that particularly. Something about that doesn't fit in the style. It's something like
No.
it feels very like cartoonish.
I think that's
Kind of
I think that's one of the
gishy.
monsters from
I remember this episode of Power Rangers
right, definitely.
where they
Tell
fought
me.
this thing. Oh my god, there's another one! Why?
Oh, I don't like Beetles, guys. At all.
To me, this thing barely looks even like a beetle.
Ugh.
It's just like a black
does, Jordan.
contortion of sharpness.
Oh
Jordan in
god.
the chat says that looks like a Courage the Cowardly Dog monster, and it totally does.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I killed one of them, maybe?
I think that other one, did that get bigger, or was that just some sort of thing he was doing? It's hard to tell. That gross thing behind him definitely got bigger.
Which thing?
Oh, the thing with the
Ugh.
other guy. Yeah, there.
It just
yeah.
turned into another beetle.
Yeah, those are like cocoons. They're like...
Can you not destroy
You
those?
probably have to
before that-
destroy those.
I was trying.
While they're
I definitely did some damage. I don't know.
You should really.
arf.
I think you need to keep those in track.
Ugh.
Okay, yeah, I destroyed one of them.
There you go.
Nice. Okay, I think you destroyed that one just in time too.
Oh.
Also, there is some serious Street Fighter 4 chat happening in the chat right now.
That's not necessary.
Welcome to Kefka Terran's twitch.tv/Kefka Terran. All your gender talk and all your Street Fighter 4 talk.
We're really big in the fighting game community here.
Yeah, the FGC loves. Generic username says you should be using more charged shots.
I'm using them quite a bit. I don't know. The problem is, like, there's a weird thing between, like, I can attack ranged, and then I can also get up close. And it seems like I actually do more damage if I get up close. Just because I can get in hits a lot faster.
Right. A DPS.
But I also might just be reading the numbers wrong.
That wizard seems pretty good.
Sweet. These bosses are pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
every boss that I fought so far has been pretty awesome.
And one of the things that Danielle said in her review, though, was that you end up having to repeat bosses. Isn't that right? Or is that only on New Game Plus?
You repeat the dungeons and you repeat the bosses quite a bit from the sounds of it.
Right?
For better or for worse. Some people might not be as bothered by that, but it was definitely something
Right.
that affected Danielle's opinion of the game. I still don't know how to pronounce this. Sirth Osiris says, someone tested it, mixing melee with arrows is the elf way. Pure melee apparently doesn't work. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, is I've been doing, like, I'll get up close, do some melee, then jump back and do some arrows, and, like, going back and forth. And I just leveled up twice. Oh, that feels good.
You bring back the bones of the magician Lucane.
Yeah, Tuna, I saw. I don't know what am I supposed to. I get it. I guess. Like,
What's going on?
He linked me to Amazon has a listing for Halo on the Xbox One coming out on December 31st, 2014. I'm like, yeah, I bet there's going to be that Halo game before December 31st, 2014. I guess I like the box art for it is maybe what he's trying to point us to. It's just a black box that says Halo in Helvetica on it. Maybe that's probably not Helvetica. It's a sans serif font. I don't know what it is. Generic username asks, do you feel the level up? And I don't know if he's joking or not, but I like a game when I do feel like a level up felt like something. Like,
no, totally.
I really did progress in some meaningful way.
Yeah, I don't know about just in terms of like pure like damage that I'm dishing out or anything, but definitely the skills in this. I was saying this to Janine while you were away, Austin. The skill system in this seems actually really interesting and in depth, and like there's a lot of room to grow and expand things. Nice.
Does it feel like there are a lot of different ways that you could build your character out, and not just progress linearly? Linearly is not a word. Linearly.
Maybe it is.
Fairy will be overcome with grief, but you need to return to her.
Ugh.
Yep. I looked over and read Axical's thing, who said, okay, so what's the group's opinion on this game, having played it this far? And then I looked over to the left and saw that lady walking across the screen, and like, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to, I guess, like, obviously I'm only like, what is it here? An hour and 30 minutes in.
What troubles you,
right.
I think I completely understand why a lot of people dig this game, and I think it's pretty cool. I'm still bummed out about a lot of the art choices. I still think that stuff's totally legit.
Yeah.
But it does seem like there's a lot of interesting depth to the game.
And awaken them.
And particularly for a genre like the beat 'em up, where, man, that genre has not had a lot going on for a while.
Nope, not really.
So I can see why people would latch onto this and be like, please don't take this away from us. We don't have anything else.
Right. I really there's a version of this art in some parallel dimension in the Digiverse. There's a version of this art that doesn't go to where it goes, and is instead just fucking rad. Because that scene of you resurrecting that guy you found was awesome.
With the cherubs.
Yep.
I was gonna say that's probably one of my favorite sort of artistic moments in this game. I think it works beautifully.
And these cards are rad. Like,
yes, this is the skill system here. I think it's pretty cool.
I enjoy. This is cool.
I like the really sort of washed out color palette they use. I think that's super effective.
Yeah.
And it gives everything sort of a dinginess, but also I don't know. The drabness is a good way to not look too cartoony, even when this is super cartoony.
Right. There is something ominous in that drabness, right? Like, this is a world in which people die. This is a world that has seen better days.
But there's also magic.
Right.
And sparkle fairies and stuff.
And that's kind of my favorite.
Dylan says, Kefkatarian and Diglett present Saturday Night Scrubs. I don't know what that is, but I like it. I like that as an idea.
They're still talking about Street Fighter.
Yeah,
I like that as my idea for playing Dota. I would not play Street Fighter, but...
Oh, you're just digging that hole deeper, Phil.
Yep.
People are the side talk though about, besides the fighting game community stuff, is that people are talking about how it would be cool to have this community fleshed out a bit and kind of stabilized and have a place for them to talk. Well, guess what? We have a wiki now. Everyone should go over there and start editing it. You know, if the community wants to.
For real talk though, Dylan. If you wanted to do like a weekly like online fighting game thing with this community on the stream, like I think that would be fucking super rad.
Yeah,
I don't know that I would take part in it, but I think it would be super rad.
Definitely.
There's a place for a little everything, you know.
And I can get you the stream access stuff. It's pretty easy now.
Here's that rad scene again.
Awaken them.
It's weird that these
even
characters
having a
have...
black banner with the gold writing on
Yeah.
it instead of what you would
Such
you would
a good
expect
choice.
sometimes like a white banner or a tan banner. Even that is just really.
I like all their props a lot too.
Look at this big
I like
ass
how that-
wizard.
I like how that skeleton had human proportions and that whatever they did to it,
Its
transmuted
head was
him into-
covered by a thing, so you don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely turned him into a flesh mecha.
Ugh.
Look at that dude with his
The
pipe.
resurrected magician has returned
His
to
hand's
the old
gross.
tower in town. You decide to see him to ask more details.
iTunes says, Phil, you should just host the tourney and stream it out. So that's the thing. Like, I would actually be more comfortable, like, commenting over top of that shit than playing, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Although, I think a lot of people would argue, and I don't think they're wrong, that in order to be really good at commenting over a game, you have to have a relatively solid understanding of how that game works.
Yeah. Yo, okay, she is. I was a little worried that the fairy had no clothes on for a second.
No, she's got the Tinkerbell dress. Remember?
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
I think the part where she has no clothes is later.
Okay.
Short-term memory. Lucane can't remember why he went to meet Wallace.
I like his ring pop. I really want a ring pop right
Oh
now.
man,
Those are pretty good.
doing it right. I don't like his nails. His nails are creeps.
I like his nails.
That one's real sharp. I feel like he could stab me in the neck and kill
Yeah,
me.
he's doing like a.
Dylan,
I think-
we'll
I
talk
think
about
Rihanna
this.
did nails like that. I don't really like that style.
Dylan, we'll talk about this tomorrow, and we can figure out details on doing this. I think it's a cool idea.
He thanks you again for saving him and allowing him.
Frostley
to
says,
enjoy life
Phil,
with
dive
his
kick
passion.
tourney, do it. I would fucking love to do a dive kick tournament.
Yeah, I'd be in.
Lucane
That's
says
the
you have
fighting
to
game that
sell
I'll
these
play.
items at a fraction of the normal price and answer any questions you have.
Johnny Matt asks, is this derivative or just ripoff or homage? I mean, I think,
What
the argument they would make is that it's homage. I think that's fair.
Mhm.
Whether or not you think it's good homage, I guess, is up to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
The magician Wallace was an old friend of Lucane's. He was known as a great magician. He sealed that group
Who's Wallace?
myopia of Cyclopes in a labyrinth. and
Where's
saved
Wallace?
the land.
What happened to
He also
Wallace?
mentored
What
young
happened to
magicians
Wallace?
in his town.
He's the
Yo,
guy with
what-
the sweater,
yo,
right? And Gromit's
What
the
happened
dog.
to Wallace? I
Are
want
you
to.
going in a different direction with that?
What happened to
Sorry.
Wallace?
And
Tell me what happened to Wallace, though.
Lucane trails off. It seems that Lucane's memory.
Fuck, you guys, I really like The Wire.
Me too. Oh, Wallace.
Tiki is following you around.
Really do. A
Seems to have
lot.
taken a liking to you.
Oh. I wish VanillaWare would make a
Accompany you
Wire
on your
game.
adventures henceforth.
No, you don't want that. Oh my god. Don't say things like that. Don't invoke that.
I really, oh man, Janessa has not watched The Wire before,
Oh,
so
man.
I'm one of our plans for paternity leave is like just watching a whole lot of TV,
Yep.
hanging out with the baby and watching TV, and oh my god, what happened to this fairy's drunk?
Oh boy.
Here we go.
That's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
iTunes says I want Telltale's The Wire. Oh, cool. That.
Ugh.
Telltale's The Wire could potentially be cool.
Yeah, it could.
Is that just like a thing? That's not even a story point. It's just like, oh, she's just here, mess with your menus.
I don't know. It seems like it.
Ugh.